y'all doing? I'm very tired. I have to look for jobs in a minute, in about an hour. But today I'm making my top 10 players in the league currently. It's going from number 10 to number 1. And this is when healthy, so, right? It's definitely not like, oh, no. It's these, when healthy, these are the top 10 players in the league to me. So at number 10, I got Damian Lillard. I mean, the guy averages like, what, 30 and 8 when healthy? That is absurd. I'm like 50, 49 shooting splits. And he's playing on a trash team, I know, but he leads that team to the playoffs when healthy every single year. Yeah, he had CJ, but CJ it really isn't a superstar. So Damian Lillard, number 10 when healthy. I mean, I think that's pretty fair. At number 9, I got Anthony Davis. When healthy, he's like a 27 and 10 guy who shoots about 55, 35, 80-ish shooting splits. He averages like 2.5 blocks a game and like a steal per game. It has like 4 assists. Pretty decent, really good when, and he's mid-range, amazing when healthy. I gotta give the nod to AD, and he's also a champion. So, at number 8, I got LeBron James. LeBron could be top 5, but to me, his age is definitely showing in the later years, and the fact that he didn't even make the playoffs this year has been, yeah, he averaged 30, but at the same time, you can average 50 LeBron, but if you don't make the playoffs, it doesn't matter. So yeah, and this is when healthy. Dame makes the playoffs when healthy. When healthy, LeBron, yes, he makes the playoffs, but he really wasn't healthy this year. But I guess, but no, that contradicts my list. But when healthy, LeBron right now is number 8. Unless he proves otherwise to me, I don't know. I was just thinking of the names. At number 7, I got Kawhi Leonard. I'm sorry, Kawhi's better than LeBron now. For now, Kawhi when healthy, I mean, this guy's like a 27 point per game scorer. This guy's a 27 point per game scorer. He averages like 27, 5, and 5 on good shooting splits. And he's a very amazing two-way defender. So, yeah, Kawhi at number 7. Really nothing I can say about that. Number 6, I got Kevin Durant. He really just choked in the playoffs to me. He got his butt beat by Tatum. Doesn't mean Tatum's better, like everyone's been saying. But Kawhi got beat up. Tatum stole his lunch money. Tatum defended him and played really good against him. But he's still a top 10 player. He's top 6, borderline top 5. He literally could be the best player in the world, but he just choked in the playoffs this year. And that was when healthy, so I can't really... If I'm taking my list when healthy, then yeah. Number 5, I got Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid is a guy... The top 5 I'm going to go a little more in depth to. KD when healthy, I mean, what can I say, dudes? I should go back to KD. So KD when healthy, is a dude's going to give you like 37 and 5 on 50, 40, 90 shooting splits. Pretty dang good. But he's also a guy who's going to get his lunch money stolen by Tatum. No, I'm joking. In all reality, KD definitely will rise on this list if he has a good season next year, but for right now, he's number 6. Number 5, we got Joel Embiid. Now, you may be thinking, what? Joel Embiid over KD? What? But think about it. This dude, Joel, has better defense than KD, and arguably not as good of offense. No one has as good of offense as KD, but Joel Embiid's comparable offensively. His post skill is amazing. His finishing is amazing. The dude can hit the 3. The dude can hit the mid-range shot. The dude can do pretty much everything KD can do, except hit a crazy tween heady splash, which is what people like to call it. Okay, you can't hesitation, cross, boom, splash. That's not Joel Embiid's game. Even though he can handle the ball, he's a very underrated ball handler for his height. But yeah, I should probably take this off. But no, I think Embiid proved a lot last year, being the only good player on the 76ers last year. I do believe that he was the only good player in that playoff run with James Harden last year. Yeah, James Harden's not on this list. I'm just gonna tell you that now. As you can see, James Harden's not a top 5 player anymore. But yeah. And number 4, I got Luka Doncic. What can I say? The man literally went on one of the craziest playoff runs I've seen in a minute. He literally is the father of 30 different children. He's the legal father of 30 different children. He's the proud father of 30 different children. Tell him about the Warriors. No, that Sun series really... Luka was like number 7 last year for me. He wasn't top 5 guy, but this year really changed my mind. Like, oh my gosh. He actually did more with less. Kristaps got off the team, and he did more with less. Kristaps, an all-star, he didn't have an all-star on his team. Luka didn't have an all-star on his team and made the conference finals. That is absurd to me. Dude pulled a 2007 LeBron, bro. Except he didn't make the finals, but he almost did. Very close. He was a bit off until he met Mr. Curry, the second greatest point guard. Until he met the second greatest point guard of all time. Yeah. And number 3, I got the back-to-back MVP, Nikola Jokic. He's one of the most disrespected players in the league because apparently he devalued the MVP. I don't understand how he devalued the award. He deserved it. Yeah, do I think one of those MVPs should have gone to Giannis or Joel? Yeah, but am I going to sit here and be like, oh, this is the worst MVPs ever? No, because they're not. Wes Unseld was the worst MVP ever, or whoever won it as a rookie. That was one of the worst MVPs ever. Oh my gosh. But, Nikola Jokic, I mean, the dude is literally an offensive mastermind. Once in a generational talent. Like, we will never see another Nikola Jokic ever again. Like, he's one of those centers that is just generational in the way he plays. He literally averages a triple-double when healthy. I mean, what can I say? The dude literally went back-to-back with the MVP. Yeah, he didn't choke in the first round. He didn't have Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr. The dude was trying to keep... I think he took a game off the Warriors without any help. He was literally doing everything by himself. Anyway, that's my 3rd best player in the league, Nikola Jokic. At number 2, I got Steph Curry. Current Finals MVP. Oh my gosh, Steph is a monster. He proved a lot of people wrong this year. He definitely proved me wrong this year. I definitely thought the Grizzlies were going to win this year. I thought the Grizzlies were going to beat the Warriors. And I still have that sentiment. If the Grizzlies were healthy, they could have taken the Warriors to 7. But Steph, I don't even know what to say. He proved a lot of people wrong. He proved me wrong. He definitely proved me wrong. I was definitely a pretty big Steph hater. I can't even lie. I've seen the light, though. I've seen the light. Steph has become one of my favorite players in the span of, 5-6 games? In the span of like 3 months, he became one of my favorite players. Over this playoff run, in the span of a month, he became probably my 5th best favorite player in the league. Which is insane to me. But no, Steph, great shooter in the league, great shooter of all time. A very underrated defender, very underrated. Oh yeah, Nikola Jokic is not bad at defense. People need to stop the cap with that. Nikola Jokic is a decent defender. Steph Curry, he's a good defender. I think Steph Curry is a really good, not really good, but good enough. You kidding me? He's not a black hole like everyone says he is. Like this thing right here. That looks like a black hole. See, Steph Curry's not a black hole on defense. I don't know where people got that idea. He stopped Marcus Smart from scoring. And he was cooking Marcus Smart. Defensive Player of the Year. No, he was cooking that man. He was cooking the Defensive Player of the Year. It wasn't even close. That man was dropping 30 bombs on him. Defensive Player... I thought the Defensive Player of the Year was supposed to be the best defender in the league. The award should have gone to Giannis. I'm just going to be honest. Giannis was a better defender this year than Marcus Smart. Because Marcus Smart flops and acts like a little baby anytime he gets touched. That's why he won it. Anyway, very, very, very different video for a different day. But yeah, Curry's number 2. And we all know who number 1 is. Kyrie Irving, the only real superstar in the league. He's a superstar. Dame's not. Nah, I'm playing. Kyrie's not on this list because Kyrie is one of the most overrated players ever because he has a bag. Anyway, number 1 is Giannis Antetokounmpo, probably the best two-way player in the league right now. He's not. Actually a really good shooter from the mid range. He shoots like what 48% from the field mid range shot. He shoots 40% from the mid range. He shoots like what 33% from three. He's actually a good shooter. Not a good free throw shooter. Not really. I mean, he shoots like 75%. But when healthy, Giannis averages like 29, 13, 6. It's like 2 steals and 2 blocks a game. That man, he is the definition of, oh my gosh, he is a monster. Like, the greatest transition threat. Like, you don't want to be in his way in the transition. People have to foul him to stop him because he is that good in transition. But, dude, if the Bucks were healthy, I believe they would have won the championship this year. But they weren't healthy. Chris Middleton was out. Drew was, I think, injured in the playoffs. Giannis was the only. Giannis took the Celtics to like 7 without Chris Middleton, and a very injured Drew. Bucks, I mean, Giannis, best defender in the league, arguably the best offensive player in the league, arguably. I don't know what to say. He's like the best player in the league. I think the gap between him and Curry isn't as crazy as everyone says it is. I think Curry's pretty close to being the best player in the league, but Giannis's defense just, I think, lets him take that spot over Curry, even though Curry is, I think, a better offensive player. But arguably, Giannis is the best offensive player in the league. But I believe that Curry's the best. But Giannis's defense, I think, just is so much better than Steph's, and his offense is decently comparable, that I have to give the nod to Giannis. When healthy, I don't think anyone beats that Bucks team. And if the Bucks team was healthy, I think Giannis should have won the MVP this year. The dude was doing so much more than Jokic. But again, no shade to Jokic. Jokic deserves his MVP. Jokic, was top 3 in MVP for me. So if you're top 3, you deserve it. If Paul George won in 2019, he would have deserved it because he was top 3 candidate for me. But yeah, I don't know what to say about Giannis. His defense is so good, man. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If you get mad, just know it's my opinion, my list, and basketball is a literal children's game that grown men play because they're good at it. So please calm down. Not saying the grown men are children. I'm just saying realistically, basketball is a game for children. So if you get mad at me for my opinions, that's tough. I'm not gonna lie.